Back-to-back W's for the Toronto Blue Jays as they win the series at the very least over the Atlanta Braves, winning this one 4-1 at Truist Park and improved to 19-16 on the year for the first time this season. The Blue Jays are 3 games over the 500 mark. With all the injuries they've dealt with the insane amount of road games they've played to start the season, they're somehow 3 games over 500. The incredible bullpen today. Yet again, Ryu, unreal start, and some big-time hits. The Jays only had 5 hits all night long, but they made them count. And that's really what matters. Let's break this puppy down because there's lots to talk about. Not offensively for the first 5 innings, however, until Contreras hits a solo shot off of Ryu to give the Braves the 1-0 lead in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And the Jays gotta find a way to get some offense going. Cavan Biggio gets on base in the top half of the 6th. Steals second base. Okay. And it was interesting. Because with Ryu at the dish, right? You think, Mel, they're going to pinch hit for Ryu or they're going to make him bunt, whatever the case may be. Ryu ends up striking out. But on that strikeout pitch, Cavan Biggio steals second. Now, there's a guy at second now with 2 out. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. But it brings up Marcus Semien, the top of the lineup, and he's been red hot lately with a guy in scoring position now. And nobody expects Cavan Biggio to run in that spot if you're the Atlanta Braves, because you got the pitcher up. There's going to be a swing and miss, you assume. So the odds of Cavan Biggio stealing were very low. So he could get a very good jump, and he did. Made it in time, and up comes Marcus Semien, and he gets a hanger from Max Fried, and he barrels it up and hits it into the left field corner for a double, an RBI double for Marcus Semien, scoring Biggio, and tying this game at 1 game apiece. All right, great stuff. We could talk about Cavan Biggio, how he's batting average is low, blah, blah, blah. He gets on base, and he makes things happen. I'm not asking Biggio to be a 300-er. I'm not even asking him to be a 250 hitter. Get on base, play sound defense, and make things happen on the base paths. And that's exactly what he did today, and the Jays tie it at 1. But they weren't done yet. Top half of the 7th inning, and I always say, putting up a 0 after your team scores runs or a run is so crucial. So after the Marcus Semien double, Ryu goes back out there, hence why he got the plate appearance, and he gets out of that inning, does not allow a run. Beautiful job by Ryu, and then in the next half inning, Teoscar Hernandez comes up and barrels one up to center field, and it's gone for Teo, as the Blue Jays are in front now, 2-1 in the top half of the 7th inning. Massive. We move ahead to the top of the 9th inning. Bo Bichette gets on base, and Vladdy had a tough night at the plate today. I felt, to me, like he was trying to force things too much today. And that's okay. It's a young guy playing well, getting aggressive, getting a little too excited. He's got to dial it back a notch to get back to what he does best. Obviously, yesterday he was unreal, so I can't say too much. But from what I saw today, he was getting a little too excited, trying to crush balls too much. But he's a great hitter. No problem with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. But Teoscar Hernandez comes up again. And he gets a pitch from Josh Tomlin and absolutely slaughters this ball to left center and way gone. 464 feet for Teoscar Hernandez, a 2-run bomb. And you know what was crazy about that? We're all thinking to ourselves, all right, we got a 2-1 lead now, but Jordan Romano pitched so much yesterday, you don't have him going into the 9th inning. A.J. Cole's getting up. And look, A.J. Cole was great for this team last year, and he had a great first couple innings in the big leagues this year. But to close out a 2-1 ball game, a little nervous. But with that 2-run bomb for Teoscar Hernandez, it gives the Jays now a 3-run lead, and I feel a lot more comfortable with A.J. Cole going out there in the 9th inning. And he gets the job done, gets the save, shuts the door, and the Blue Jays continue to roll over the Atlanta Braves. Now, obviously, they're a great team, and they're bound to win 1 game, and Ross Stripling's on the mound for the Blue Jays tomorrow, so you guys can take that for what it is. But in the end, a great ball game today. You got some clutch hits. As I mentioned, you only had 5 hits in the game, but you made those count. The double from Semien, the solo shot from Teoscar, the other shot from Teoscar, the Bo Bichette, I think he got a hit there in the 9th inning to get on base for Teoscar. So there's only really other 1 hit that you were talking about. And it was another Bo Bichette hit. Other than that, the Jays had no offense going today. But they made their opportunities count, and that is what great teams do in this league. All right, let's talk about some offensive numbers. As I mentioned, Bo Bichette, 2 for 3 in the ballgame, had a run scored, walked once in the game today. And Teoscar Hernandez, obviously a big night at the dish for Teo. 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs, 2 home runs on the day for Teoscar Hernandez, guys. And let me take a flashback, because it always makes me think when Hernandez does something good for this team. I think back to how the heck we got that guy. Remember back in 2017, I think it was it 16 or I think it was 17, when the Blue Jays were kind of down and out of it. They had Francisco Liriano, who was abysmal that year for the Jays, and they traded him to the Houston Astros to be a part of that championship run. Or was it 17? I can't remember. I think it was 17. And they got Nori Aoki and Teoscar Hernandez back, who at the time was a nice-looking young prospect. Okay, good things were happening. Over time, it's taken him lots of time to develop, but Teoscar Hernandez has developed into such a damn good hitter. It is really beautiful to watch. He does not miss mistakes, and his plate coverage has improved a ton. He's having such a good start to the year. Obviously, he got injured, had the COVID. I guess he was out for quite a bit with COVID to start the season. He started the year with the team, had COVID, was gone for a little while, came back to the team, and has been fantastic. He has been unbelievable. The only other player to have a hit in the game was the Marcus Semien RBI double. He went 1 for 4 with an RBI today. And Marcus Semien is very quietly just doing work at the top of the lineup for the Blue Jays. I think this is 19th consecutive game of getting on base, and his 9th or 10th straight game with a hit. He's putting in work, man. He is doing really, really well. And you see, George Springer go down, and we're all thinking, man, this is not good. He's going down again. Who's your leadoff guy? Biggio? Do we trust him up there? I don't know. Semien, well, he's been awful since he was up there, so that doesn't seem like an option. But Semien goes back to the leadoff spot, and he just rakes. So I'm loving what we're seeing from at the top of the shop for Marcus Semien. He's been unbelievable lately, and hopefully it continues for him moving forward. Let's get to the pitching side of things, where with the bombs for Teoscar Hernandez, Hyunjin Ryu's outing goes unnoticed. But he was stellar all game long. Yeah, he gave up a solo shot to Contreras in the 5th. But other than that, he was straight up dominant. 7 innings. A Blue Jays starter pitched 7 innings. Enough said. Beautiful. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, the solo shot, 6 strikeouts, and he walked 1 batter. He was amazing. So was Max Fried. It was definitely a pitching duel in this game, but both pitchers made one mistake to probably some hot hitters. I don't know if Contreras is hot, but I know Semien is, and they allowed 1 run each. And those are the type of games where, hey, now it's the bullpen. Who's going to win that battle? The way this Blue Jays bullpen has been all year long, they're going to win 90% of those battles, and they do again tonight. Tyler Chatwood, who was unreal yesterday, was fantastic yet again today. 1 inning, faced the top of the lineup again, like he did yesterday, and did exactly what he did there to them yesterday. Maybe, I don't know if he allowed a hit or a walk yesterday. I don't think he did. Today, he went 1 inning, no hits, no walks, and struck out 2. Made Freeman look stupid from coming back from a 3-0 count and strikes him out a 95-mile-an-hour fastball up and away. Beautiful job from Chatwood there. And then A.J. Cole, yeah, he allowed the walk to Riley, but other than that, he was awesome. 1 inning, 1 walk. That was it. A.J. Cole picks up the save, and the Blue Jays pick up the win, 19-16 on the year. Jays fans, with all the injuries this team has dealt with not having, basically playing at TD Ballpark, knowing you're going to Buffalo in the coming weeks, playing so many road games, with all these injuries, I'll say it again, you're 3 games over 500. It's incredible what this team has done so far this year. Obviously, very small sample size, 35, I think 35, I'm horrendous at math. I think it's 35 games into the season, and this team is looking great. There are some games where they don't, and more or less, it's the starting pitching that gets beaten up pretty good. But other than that, the Blue Jays are finding ways to win. And that's what great teams in sports do. And that's what they're doing right now. As I mentioned earlier on, Ross Stripling gets the ball in tomorrow afternoon's game. It's a 12:20 first pitch in Atlanta. Man, that's an early one. And he's facing off against Charlie Morton. Doesn't look like a very favorable matchup for the Toronto Blue Jays. They got to get their hitting shoes on tomorrow. But we're going to have to wait and see it all plays out, man. Crazier things have happened. Last time Stripling was out there against the Atlanta Braves, he beat them. Well, I mean, Acuna didn't hit the grand slam. I think that was the reason we won that game, really. But either way, it's a W nonetheless, and he goes again tomorrow against the Braves. Looking, you guys know what they're going for tomorrow afternoon, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game there this evening, smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button if you've not done so already, guys. The Twitter link is down below, so follow up there if you've not done so already. And also, guys, comment down below. Go crazy. What are your thoughts were on the game? What'd you like? What'd you not like? Also, what do you think of Ryu's outing? What'd you think of Teoscar Hernandez's night? What do you think of AJ Cole? What are your early thoughts on AJ Cole so far this year? What are your thoughts on Chatwin? I'm smelling an all-star appearance the way he's pitching right now. And Instagram is down below, so follow up there, guys, if you have not done so already. Check out the Blue Jays Center Instagram Lives. They're going on right now. So if you obviously, you're not going to be able to see it in time, but don't worry about it. Go see it at any point in time. The IGTV page or on the feed. It's all there, guys. Go check it out on the Blue Jays Center Instagram page, all right? And I will talk to you guys. Here we go. Raptors edition tomorrow as they look to, I don't want to say they look to win, but they look to kind of lock up that number 7 spot in the draft lottery. If they lose Chicago tomorrow night, that's what's going to happen. So there's that. And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they're on tonight against the Ottawa Senators. Looking to come back from a 3-2 deficit, but either way, doesn't really mean a whole lot anyways. We'll talk to you guys post-game then anyways. And as for the Blue Jays, like I said, they wrap up the series tomorrow afternoon against the Atlanta Braves. Ross Stripling, Charlie Morton is the pitching matchup. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.